I normally don't do this. Like, just make a video like this, and this is going to be up just very shortly. I'm in Brush Creek. Look at it now. It's absolutely gorgeous. I have so much video I can't even start on it. So that's why I'm posting. You guys aren't seeing anything that impressive yet. Because I can't do it while he's here. I got to sit down and really go through some of these days. I mean, I zoomed in on, like, I mean, you guys, I was seeing them. Like, it was an amazing, Brandon's like, there's rocks coming through the top of it. I'm like, yeah, but they're 20 feet away. Right? He's like, yeah. I was like, that's good. Like, it's just hello. They're like, boom, boom. It was so amazing. I do have a buzz. Just a beer and a half. Brandon's like, I have a buzz. I'm like, I do too. Maybe because we're drinking IPAs. He's on his third. I have to drive, so I'm done. We're going to go out right now with the little buzz. I love you guys. Thank you so much for the support. I really need some more. That's not why I signed on, but you guys, I really need help. I've been killing myself for 10 years. Like, it's crazy. And I have so many issues. Like, my focus is just doing this for you guys. I don't do this for me. Like Brandon, like right now, he's like, let's go. We're going up right now. I can't believe it. I'm like, whew. The only reason I'm going right now is for him, because I got more footage than I even know what to do with. And I do this all the time. So I'm just doing it to take him back out. This is our 6th day in a row. We did take one day off that I don't know how it went by so fast, but so that's all. I just want to say I love you guys. This is a weird video, and what I do is very difficult. It's just know every word you will ever hear from this mouth is the truth. I will never ever, because look, it's really hard. I have trouble with it. I'm the same as everyone else. I am no different really than anybody, like, in that way. We all have been taught, or whatever word you want to use, to believe the same things. It's a global belief. It's all been instilled in us to not believe anything, and then to immediately snap at your friend or deny what your friend is telling you. I don't know why. We're getting through this. We're going to get over this hump. I'm the same way. I'm like, this isn't possible. Then you see it, and then it's an amazing thing. Like, you can really just, you can kind of process what everyone's going through. So, like, the other day, someone's like, Mark, you can't possibly expect everyone just to constantly be on board. I was like, you know what? You're absolutely right. It took me a second. Like, I was like, I have to go out and refresh myself all the time. Like, so I can't just be like, you idiot. How can you not tell that's a seat? Someone said the other day, I was talking to I made a new Ranger friend. And he was like, it's like one of these things, you kind of have to see it to believe it. And I was like, you know what, you're absolutely... I really apologize, for the times where I'm sure, or it's really not never in the moment, it's, a lifetime in this, which is 10 years of, just being frustrated. It's never that moment that you're upset with. It's like the buildup. It's kind of like a road rage incident. It's like, you're probably not even mad at that guy. It's like the last 1,000 people that you were mad at, and you're going to yell at this one, this poor one road rager. Like this one little incident, but it's like it builds up in us. And anyway, love you guys. I hope you have a great Sunday night. I'm just, we're going out for the nighttime, so this is kind of cool. That's why we're just waiting around a little. Beautiful now. When we first came in, it was thunder and lightning. Absolutely gorgeous. I don't think there's any rain even close. We'll be out at dark. It's hard to film, I have a little bit of hiccups. A lot of stuff at night, like, because of just what we have, like cameras and things like that. It's like we're not really that equipped, even though I do have night. Maybe I'll try night mode and see if that works. Otherwise, we're gonna do flashlights. And what I'd like to do tonight for Brandon is eye shine. That's the one thing is we have a holiday weekend here, so I've been kind of avoiding certain roads and where people walk, and everyone and their mommy was here for the weekend, so I think it's died down a little bit. I'll show you this on the video. I'm really just saying, just doing this random video on YouTube. Remember, I don't monetize. It just automatically monetizes. I can turn it. I could go out of my way to turn it off. But it's like, Mark monetizes this. It's like, it's just automatic. Look at that gap up there. Right there. That's where we were last night. We saw. Oh, by the way, so I met this ranger guy. He's my neighbor. We became pretty good buddies as far as I'm concerned. And as far as just like knowing each other, I really am impressed with him. He's just this amazing kid. He's 26, a ranger, and my neighbor, and we met all the way up in the mountains last night. And so he gave me all his info. He's like, you got to text me today. Give me your stuff and your info and I didn't give it to him yet, but I texted him because me and Brandon caught. This is the one last thing I want to tell you. It was pretty sad. We have, as you guys know, some of you know, I lost my cell phone, so we decided to go back up at night. we get all this done. Long story short, we get all this done. We're about halfway down. We see the Starlink satellites. We didn't know. I've never seen what that looks like, you guys. You have to understand, we were in the zone up there where no one in the world was within 10 miles of us except a few hunters. And they were using night vision drones to hunt, and then they would stop. I filmed it. I'll show it to you. I have the footage. And then they would stop and hover. I only have the first couple, like, just so you can see them. And it was hard because it was so dark. And then the one drone would stop, and there was like a light, and it would shine down, and I think the animal would freeze. And then 4 minutes later, you hear a gunshot. The drone would distract them, and the guy could walk right up and just shoot them. To me, this is like, you should go to prison. And I'll tell you right now, if I ever meet you, Mr. Drone Operator, I'm going to prison. Okay? With a big smile. I'll run that place. If I go to prison, you know what they're going to call me? Bigfoot. I already figured it out. I'm not going to prison. I'm just talking shit. But think about it. I've already pictured it. I kill the drone operator because he's poaching bears with a drone, because he's the bottom-feeding scumbag of this earth that knows nothing of what he does, where he stands, and the gift he's been given. Okay, do you understand the lack of patience I have for these people? I have zero tolerance for someone doesn't understand how special this is, doesn't have any faith, and just walks around the earth. They have an ego thinking nothing exists. If you can witness a sunset and think God doesn't exist, you got some serious working out to do. Okay, everything is real. They tell me it's all God. This is what I'm told every single day practically. It's like, that's why I tell you it's biblical. People are like, it's Nephilim, it's blah blah blah. You have never been more mistaken if you believe what I do is evil. It just shows you how dumb you most likely are. I'm sorry, but what I do is anything but evil. In fact, you have never been more wrong in your whole life. They protect this earth, and they protect us from portals and places where evil comes in. They are in place for a reason, and they are your friend. It's time to listen. Never done anything. I'm not talking to almost everyone that's watching this, so just ignore me. I have a buzz. But if you've ever... Well, look, let's put it this way. It's just time to listen. Stop thinking. There's nothing in there. You have nothing. I don't either. Except there's up there. And got to process that all of the information, not in your head, in all of us, even the ones that have evolved past most people, is still worthless. They have done this. They have separated us with religion, and who knows why? The power. I don't even begin to guess why. It's just that they told me they separate. They told me for a long time ago. It's been like a long, long time. That's why people don't believe in Jesus and it's all this stuff, because they've been left to think for themselves. As long as people think, we will always be lost. I'm just talking about as long as you try to process the information you've been given, you will always fail. There is no result with information from your TV. I didn't mean to add like negative into it, but I've got to. It is so important. They tell me, like, you have to tell people that they're not thinking right. I was like, I know, but then they just get offended. Their egos just overtake. This is just to say, oh my God, I was wrong. Like, I love being wrong. Like, if I'm wrong, I go the opposite way. I'm like, oh my God, I am so sorry. Like, I'm never wrong in this, but like in any situation during like a human moment. And I don't like people staring at me. And this guy's staring at me like he wants to fight me or something. So anyway, you guys have a great day. I'm going in. Look at that forest with all the water. It's simply amazing. Love you guys. Have a great day. So I don't mean to preach or say dumb things. These are the frustration. Just the frustrating part about doing what I do is that people they believe their TV. Over and out.